Hello, this is duntov. So today, as you can see, I'm here at the old Tropicana site. So we're going to check out the Las Vegas Athletics ballpark construction. So it is Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. So right now I'm on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Reno. So if we look down this way, that is towards the Tropicana. You can see MGM Grand, Excalibur, New York, Aria. It's all down that way. And then this way here, this is Reno Avenue over here. So I'm going to get the camera up over the wall a little bit. We're going to check out what's going on, what we could see like on this end here. And then I'll try to head over to the OYO and get some footage from the parking deck at the end of the video. So let me get the camera up over the wall and we'll see if there's anything to see on this corner here. Okay, we're up over the wall. This is still pretty close to the corner here. We could see the billboard right there. Another beautiful day. It's about 75 degrees, a really slight breeze, and not too many clouds in the sky. Alright, so we got the yellow crawler crane there, and then you can see to the left of that, there's that smaller black one. That one a few weeks ago they brought out here. We're going to see if we can figure out what they're using this one for. I can't really make out anything there. I don't even know if they're using it right now, but can't really tell what, if anything. Alright, you can see in the middle of the screen it appears like they're putting up another one of those. I think these are the ones that they're going to have the 6 main supports that'll be used to support the whole roof structure. They got the angled. I think those are what those ones are. I know there's going to be 6 of them around the whole stadium. I can see right there to the right of the tower crane there, we can see a concrete pump arm going up over there. Alright, looks like they're spinning the tower crane right now. We could see them moving it. I don't know if they're going in to pick something up. It didn't look like there was anything on the end of the cable. Alright, I want to give a shout out to Booney from Locked On A's. So Locked On A's. So Booney has a podcast about the Athletics, and I'm gonna be on the episode that's gonna be released tomorrow. So I will put a link to his YouTube channel. So check that out, Locked On A's. He puts out a lot of contents about the Athletics and now the stadium and just everything. So check it out. And then if you see tomorrow's episode, I'm going to be on there. We were just talking about the stadium build over here. So shout out to Booney from Locked On Ace. Check out his link in the description below this video today. And give him a follow. So that was my first time really doing a podcast. So if I look a little cheesy, you know, first time. I'm usually behind the camera. Alright, so I did see another link, or not a link, but it's the company that they put out the videos for the drone footage. If I find that, I will put that in this description also. So he must not have permission to fly over the site, but he did get some aerial views from, it looked like he was like close to the church down here on Reno. And you could see a lot of the decking, how big of an area it is that they're, you know, putting in right now to start getting that first level of the stadium, you know, to get ready to pour the concrete floor. So that's really interesting too. You get a good view of all, you see all the columns and then all the decking that's going to be going in. Alright, so this is as far as I could zoom on this camera up over the wall. So what I'm going to do is, looks like they turned the crane, so they must be doing something with it. Again, a lot of this stuff, I can't see what's going on until I download it on the computer. So as I'm narrating right now, once I see it on the computer, then I figure out what I'm looking at, but then it's too late. Alright, but I'm going to go walk down Las Vegas Boulevard a little bit and try to get it up over the wall down this way. Just to get a different perspective. See if we see anything different over here. And remember, this area is going to be with the new proposed Ballys. So this corner here is going to have, there will be one of the hotel towers on this side, and then a lot of, you know, shops and restaurants and bars and casino. So this would be kind of phase one, is where I think it would start this way and go down Las Vegas Boulevard. And then phase 2 and 3 will probably be more on the Tropicana side. Well, that one's not supposed to have final completion until 2029, but I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get this area finished, you know, for the opening of the stadium, also to have some rooms, some restaurants, and casino open. You know, if you look over here, it's a lot of land. You know, figure this stadium footprint is right around 9 acres. And this whole area is about almost 36 acres is what they say. You know, so you still got a lot left to fill in. Alright, I'm going to make my way down to the other side there, along Las Vegas Boulevard. I still don't know who to get a hold of to try to get this. You can see here that so these ones haven't been touched yet, but the ones on the other billboard along Tropicana, that has been, you know, they did update it and put some advertisements on there. So this one, nothing yet. Alright, we can see they do have some like debris and stuff over here. Oh! Okay, I'm back. That actually, my pole, if you didn't notice, the video went down, so it's a telescopic pole and some of it fell down. Alright, so as I was saying before the pole fell, we have a lot of concrete and stuff over here. This looks more like after the demolition when they had to grind it all up. So this must be, if I had to guess, I would say this is stuff that they're finding, you know, finding in the ground as they're digging and moving stuff around, that they're throwing it all this way. Or it could even be just leftover like concrete, maybe some of the foundation that they're pouring. You know, could it be stuff that they had to remove? And let me zoom in a little here. Alright, so there's the other crane that they brought in a little while ago. Now you get a good perspective, you could see all the columns up over there. It's kind of hard to tell, but you could see the concrete pump arm. It looks like they're pumping the concrete into that big elevator core they're building over there. Alright, so there you can see the plane's taking off. That's taking off right there from Harry Reid Airport. So that is the main reason why over here you have to have a drone pilot license to be able to fly the drone in this area. I might go down a little bit farther. We'll see if we see anything else. I'm trying to be a little... I pulled out my back the other day, so just holding this pole up and trying to walk and stuff. If I take a wrong step, I get the pain in the back. So you might hear me making some weird noises. It's because of my old man back. Not as young as I used to be. Had to change out the washing machine at home, and then the next day I was hurting. Okay, we can see him moving some material here. I don't know, maybe once I get over to the OYO, we'll see if they're bringing that from the infield area, using it for the filling in around all the concrete footing and stuff. Looks like he's driving down inside there right now. All right, so from this is a good perspective. You could just see how much land is still here. I mean, it will be, you know, they're squeezing it in there, that new Ballys area, but still pretty big. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the car, drive on over to the OYO, and I'm gonna get some footage from over there, try to get a better view from up top there. Alright, I'm now on the OYO parking deck. So we get a good view over here. We can see how they're starting to fill in right here next to all the concrete. I'm sure you can see where the guy driving this little thing here. You can see on the wall there the neon pink marking. So I'm sure that's something they use for maybe how they fill the fill dirt in there. But last week they were still putting all these forms up on this side, and we can see now that the concrete has, most of it's been poured, and they did remove a lot of the forms here. Alright, if we look on the infield, we could see the excavator filling up that big dump truck. So earlier in the video, when I was on the other side along Las Vegas Boulevard, we did see the truck driving by. So it's looking like they're putting the fill dirt in there, then they drive it out that west side, then they go, you know, around to go inside there. And all these columns must have just been finished. You could see all around it. They have all the different forms. Looks like they just removed a lot of these. And there's even a bunch of them sitting over here. So right now it's about 12:30 in the afternoon. Not sure the hours that most of the crew works right now. Being that the weather's getting better, you know, probably, you know, more just in the regular hours versus in the summer when they were coming in a lot earlier just because of the heat. So as I'm looking at all the cranes, they all seem like right now they're at a standstill. This yellow crawler crane in front, we could see the cable just sitting there. The tower crane, it's just got its cable there. And we actually have the other crawler crane across the way there. We do see they are moving it. And then we could see that big arm from the pump truck. Alright, so this whole area is the area where they have all the decking going in for this first level. You can see all the shoring underneath there holding it all up. And I'm going to try to zoom in a little more on. So this is on my cell phone, so this is my full zoom here. You can just see how big of an area that is, and that's just a, you know, small little area, but it's a lot of square footage on top of there right now, and it's just going to continue all the way around. Of course, you know, back there on the, that's the main, you know, the home plate side, so that's going to be the bigger area. And then as it's going to come around, these levels are going to be a lot skinnier. You can see the layout of these ones pretty good over here. And then in the outfield, they are going to have that glass tension cable wall where you'll be able to see the strip. So there's, you know, limited seating in the certain areas back in the outfield there. I'm going to pan down and we could actually see the glass again. This is what you can see, the tension cables there, and then it will hold the glass. So that's going to be the whole outfield area, so you can see the strip. And then over here, this is going to be the finish of the outside of the stadium. Starting to get a little breezy right now. Got a nice breeze picking up. Alright, I'm trying to zoom in. I see this truck here. Trying to see, it looks like they got some of those, like, if I can find them on here. Sorry for that. There they are. So these look like they're them big tubes, like where they could pour, you know, make the columns, you can pour it in and then you can cut those off. Usually made out of cardboard. So we can see them unloading them there, but then as I look down this way, you got the crane over here, and then you can see they have some of them in the ground over here already. You can see that worker there. So they are putting something in with those smaller pre-made like forms. Alright, as I'm up on this deck here, I don't know if anyone ever noticed it or if I ever shown it in the video, but right here behind this fence, they used to have like a big, what I'm assuming was a cell phone tower, and that has been taken out. So right now nothing's here. I don't know if they're gonna replace it with something else, or if, you know, they leased the spot and it's gone. Alright, hopefully you're not getting too much wind noise, because it's starting to get really breezy up here now. This pile of material is slowly going. You know, they'll be filling in all this area. We could see how they're doing some of it right there. but they'll level it out completely, so you'll just see the columns coming out of the ground. All right, let's see if we could find the home plate marker. That's as far as I could zoom. All right, I think if I move down a little bit, it's right next to them porta potties. You got this like rebar cage sticking up. So let me move down a little. We'll see if that's it. All right, yes, that is. So right next to the porta potty and that orange cone, you got, that's the home plate. If you remember, before they actually had all this material was all the way up against that, where now that's how much they've cleared out over here. Let's zoom in. They do have something on that crawler crane there. It looks like some kind of form they're gonna put into place. So you got this big structure here that's going up. Looks like he's gonna fit right through there. Oh no, he's going around. Okay. I thought he was gonna go between them columns there. So he's probably gonna go out on that west side, then drive around. Alright, this is the decking area again right here. Sorry for the shake, I'm holding this in my hand. No tripod for the camera or for my phone. Alright, so a lot going on. It's looking more and more like a stadium once they start getting these levels poured. And you know, they'll continue up with more columns to keep building up. It's really going to be taking shape. So if you'd like to follow along and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, Raiders 1967. You'll get updates on this stadium, as well as updates on the Hard Rock Hotel that's going in, the old Mirage. They're building a new guitar tower, and they're going to remodel the old Mirage building. So please please follow along. Anything you liked about the video, if you could give me a thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated. And please leave comments. I love to read the comments, good, bad, any ideas you have, anything that I didn't say right or pick up on, you know, leave some comments. All right, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I will talk with you guys next time.